Hi, and welcome to Soul Infused Monday. Every Monday, fresh, new, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time, your way to start the week, to set the tone for the week in an uplifting, inspiring way. So, and I know it always takes a moment for people to jump in. If you are watching currently the replay right now, right here, leave a comment below, click the love and like button so I know that you're here. And I am super, super excited to do this show with you today. So, and if you are already live, leave a comment below as well. Say hello so that I know that you're here. Welcome to the Soul Infused Monday show. And if you're new to my work, if you're new to my show and to me, I'm Sonia Bueno de la Torre, and I am passionate and I'm here to support you to know and love your authentic self so you can create a life you truly want. And today it's all about body image, food, weight, self-love, shame. And I am excited to dive into this topic really deep today because I think especially for women, also for men, however, especially for women, this is such a hot, critical, important topic. So many women struggle with any of this, including myself, especially in the past. And I want to share a few of the things that has helped me and also share with you what's going on with my own personal journey right now, because I do believe that it helps to know that you are not alone. So who is here? Jody's here, Dolene is here, Tina is here, fantastic. And invite a friend. If you have a friend, a woman, or you know a woman who struggles in some way or another with anything related to body image, self-hatred, shame, insecurity, self-criticism, anything related about that, share this video with them, invite them, because I am here to create a movement and you're part of that movement. And this year, I feel, is a big year of transformation, is a big year of letting things go that are no longer serving you. And I'm not only committed to my own healing, growth, and development, I'm also really committed to helping you to get free as much as you can. Okay. And let me get a sip of water. You might know this about me, you might not. So I'm going to share a little bit about what has been going on in my life and in which ways that might actually help you in your journey as well. Looking back, I've always struggled with food, body image, self-criticism. For the longest time, that was a real issue for me. When I was 14, I was already on my first diet. And since then, I tried so many different diets. I always felt like that, once I lose the weight, I will be happy. I was ashamed of my body. I struggled with severe insecurities, shame, body image issues. Oh gosh, it's a long time ago, but I was in such severe pain and in such severe distress about it that even when I was 16 years old, and I've shared that before, I shared that last year, I think, for the first time publicly. When I was 16 years old, I felt so uncomfortable in my body, so uncomfortable with developing as a woman. And there were so many underlying issues involved, dynamics from my past, from my childhood, from my family, that I felt so uncomfortable developing actually as a young woman. I was overweight, I had really big breasts, and I've decided that I wanted to get a reduction. That went very bad. I was scarred for life, and that embarked me on a journey of extreme emotional pain, self-hatred, shame, body image issues. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm in a totally different place today compared to then. I made, when I was 26 years old, made the decision to really do whatever it takes to love myself, because I knew that either I learn how to love myself or I literally take my life away. So that was so urgent for me. And why I'm bringing this up today is in the last few weeks, because the journey continues. I'm so passionate about what I do, so committed to helping other women and men to really fall in love with themselves, to embrace who you really are so that you live a life full of love, joy, meaning, purpose. And I know what it takes to get there. And now I can say, I love myself. I know who I am beyond my body, beyond my personality, beyond my struggles. And at the same time, the journey continues. It's not that I don't get to deal with this stuff. So things came up in the last couple of weeks. And I think it relates to so many women in the world. And I'm committed to make a difference for all of us. So in the last couple of weeks, I was starting to eat again more. Like I used to have real overeating, binging, not eating. Like I went through all of that shebang in when I was younger. And so it's not a big issue anymore. However, in the last couple of weeks, I felt like, oh, I was eating again more. I was overeating and I was observing it. And I was tuning deeper into what is coming up inside of me in my own journey right now that wants to be looked at, because there's always a reason when an old pattern comes up. So with me having done inner work for so long, and I'm in love with inner work in the meanwhile, even though it's a shameful or struggling, painful thing to go through, I really look at it from a different perspective now. I look at it from the perspective, okay, something is coming up for healing. What is a layer that has not been resolved? And therefore, I'm taking the opportunity to do that. And by me sharing that, it's also for me to be transparent, because shame is our worst enemy. Shame always wants to hide. And in our society, where we are so often judged, labeled, or what I want to call it, on how we look, especially for women. And there's so much conditioning around our outer appearance. And it doesn't matter if you're beautiful or not, or what we consider beautiful or not. The most beautiful women struggle deep down from not feeling worthy, from severe self-judgment. It doesn't matter. As much as I can tell from all the hundreds of women I've worked with and from myself working on myself, this is an issue that's really collective, bringing a lot of pain and suffering for a lot of women in the world. If that resonates with you, if you are one of those women that struggles in some way or another, let me know. Hit the love and like button so I know that this is a topic that's actually landing for you. Is this a topic that resonates with you? Is there something that you want to become free of and to really love yourself from a deep level of knowing who you are, appreciating yourself, honoring yourself and your body? Then leave me a comment below and say yes. Yes, 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 yes. And if you have a woman that you want to help to become free as well, tag her, share it with her, invite her. Okay, so I'm not going to go too much into detail how I'm working through that and what's coming up for me, even though it's fascinating, because no matter how much work you've done, there's always another layer that it's just, for me, mind-blowing. And usually it's to protect ourselves. And I want you to understand that when from very young age, we are conditioned for how we look. And look at young little girls, like young little girls, how pretty they are, how cute they are. I mean, and it's not even with wrong intention, but we get so much praise and acknowledgement for how we look from very, very young age, that it's so ingrained in us that our worth is related, or how us being loved is related to how we look. And that makes not consciously any sense, but our deep unconscious mind still believes that. And one of the beliefs that I encounter a lot in women that I encounter in myself and have worked a lot on that is that belief that I need to be perfect to be loved. I need to look a certain way to be loved. And that also relates to our body. That's not true, by the way. It's a lie. It's not the divine intelligence. However, it's ingrained in us in such a way that it operates in a way that prevents us from fully enjoying ourselves and from connecting deeply with ourselves and with other people. And I seeing here, yes, 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 yes. Yes, you're not alone, definitely not alone. So now I'm 47 years old. I'm going to turn 48 this year. And in the last 2 years, transitioning, like aging kicks in, things change in my body. And I'm often tuning in. It's like, wow, if you've not have a sense of loving and knowing who you are before you go into aging, you're screwed as a woman. Because listen, it only gets worse, right? And it's so sad that in our society, aging is something bad. There's always anti-aging here, or lose weight here, look at your best. And don't get me wrong, I like to look good. You know, like I go to the gym, I want to feel good, I do the best as I can to enhance what I have, and at the same time, I don't want to be a prisoner of how am I looking, what is my scale saying, do I have belly fat or not? It's about who I am and being loved and appreciated and honored for who I am and feeling as good as I can. And it's not about how our body is or even what we do. It's about who you are being and loving yourself for who you are being with everything that's inside of you. So I've been gaining weight and I've been eating more, and it's interesting how old patterns come up and how the thoughts come up and, oof, what are people gonna think? Or why am I gaining weight now? Oh, I was in such great shape. And then the self-sabotage mechanism come in that you eat even more. And in the past, that would have created so much pain. And I would have literally stepped out of life, meaning I would have not gone out. I wouldn't have enjoyed myself going dancing. I wouldn't have done the things that I love doing. And yet, even though this is happening right now, it's even a conscious choice that I'm not gonna sit at home feeling bad about myself when I know that I could go out dancing. I love dancing. And it's a physical, you know, like it's so interesting that the self-sabotage mechanism goes so against everything. It's like you gain some weight, you feel worse in your body, you stop doing the things you love, so you move even less, and you create that vicious cycle. Does anyone resonate with that? I mean, who's here with me? Who can relate to this? You said screwed. Darlene, you're not screwed. You're on the working. You do the work. You're good. You're good. But someone who has never done anything, I do, and I might be wrong. Listen, I'm not the holder of all the truth in the world. I only know my experience and my truth. And what I say does not mean that it relates to everyone. But in my experience and over the time working with hundreds of women from all over the world, if you get to a point where you've never looked inside and you've done some work to really honor and love yourself and to release some of the layers that are holding you back, it's really difficult to, if you don't feel good about yourself when you're young, what I'm saying, it's not going to be easy when you're old. That's all I'm saying. But you're good. You're good, Dolly. Yeah, she's laughing. Okay, good. So the number one thing that's helped me and still is the number one thing, and listen, I've done all the diets, I've had all those beliefs like everyone else, or once I lose the weight and then you lose it and then you gain weight. Like the number one thing that has made all the difference for me, and it's still doing it, is to go inside, do the inner work to clear that stuff, and then, even more importantly, to really connect to my higher self, to the divine being that I am, to connect to the essence of who you are beyond your conditioning, beyond your physical body. And when I say this right now, I'm really feel that essence inside of me, that no matter what I get to struggle with or face, or old patterns that are coming up, without this, I would still fall back into the old. And every day, every morning when I sit down and meditate, it's literally every day connecting to the beautiful essence that you are, or that I am. And the deeper inner work and the reconnection to your soul, to who you are as a divine being, can literally save your life. It definitely saved my life. So today I want to encourage you, I want to invite you, I want to create a movement of you right now, right here. Not tomorrow, not when you lose some weight, not when you find a man, not when you make more money. Like, nothing matters. In right now, right here, to make a choice to love and to accept and to honor yourself and your body with everything that's involved. Maybe there is shame, maybe there's sadness, maybe there's anger, maybe there's joy. Embrace all of it. And together, I think we women, wow, this makes me even feel emotional. We women, it's up to us to really make a difference in the world, because it's not about blaming other people, society, TV, mainstream media, Photoshop, seeing those beautiful models. It's really up to us, up to you as a woman. And if you're a man, it's the same thing. It's just maybe with a different topic. You are responsible. You are responsible for your own inner health, well-being, and joy. You are responsible for loving yourself, feeling good within yourself. And yes, there are outer forces that are strong, that has a lot of pressure and judgment and shame. You know, there's so much outside forces already in place. However, you are responsible, and you are able, and you have the power to embrace who you are and to love who you are right now, right here, naturally, with all your scars, with all your flaws, whatever you are dealing with. And not to get lost into numbers, weight, scale, even going so far to have to change your whole body, surgery, Botox, whatever it is. And I'm not judging that. I'm not against it. I'm just saying, if you don't have that innate feeling about valuing, loving yourself, and honoring yourself, no matter what you do on the outside, no matter what you're gonna do on the outside, will fill that hole inside of you. So I am aging, and I am struggling with that. That stuff is coming up. And at the same time, I see it as a huge opportunity for me, because this is another layer that's coming up that I don't want. I don't want to be determined by it. I feel it's a next level of freedom to reach, that to feel good about yourself with whatever is going on, with floppy arms, belly fat, cellulite, however you pronounce that, and to honor and love yourself for who you are being. And if the more women do that, we really make a change in this world. And the most sexiest and the most attractive and the most charismatic thing is when you are in love with yourself. and not looking a certain way. So I hope this is going to inspire you. I will keep you posted on my journey, and I always do. And one of the things that I encourage other leaders, other coaches, other gurus, whatever you want to call them, to be so transparent and to really share your own struggles and your own version of unworthiness, because we are all in the same boat. And shame always wants to hide. And we don't want to show our weaknesses that I don't even think are weaknesses. So that's all I have to say today. Love yourself for who you are. If you need help to do that, reach out to me or reach out to someone else, get help, and find someone that supports you to hold your own light until you hold it deep inside yourself. And my vision is to really create a world where authenticity, vulnerability is the foundation of who we are. And that self-love and honoring and respect is something that we share with each other. And that we are not keep conditioning ourselves to be different because we believe we are not worthy the way we are. But the truth is that you are worthy because of who you are. You are lovable beyond measure because of who you are. And before I jumped on the Soul Infused Monday show today, I don't do that often. I have like oracle cards, crystal oracle cards. And I usually, it's not something that I do much, but sometimes once in a while, I draw a card. And when I tuned in to the Soul Infused Monday show today, I draw a card and I thought it was so perfect that I actually wanted to share it with you. And I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to let you go out, have a fantastic Monday, and do whatever it takes for you to love yourself and your body. So this was the message for today. It was the message from the stars for this show today. Therefore, it's a message for you personally, right here, right now. So listen up, take a breath, and let it sink in. Your life is always held in perfect equilibrium by the divine natural order that exists within all creation. Believing that you have somehow failed or made the wrong decision or choice is simply an illusion. There's nothing you need to change or fix in your life apart from your sometimes unbalanced perceptions, mainly your self-criticism. Know that you are always worthy of love and you are eternally blessed. Start to accept all of who you are as you are, and you will see your life magically and lovingly transform. All is in perfect divine order. From a spiritual perspective, there are no mistakes in life. Every experience is a lesson in love and wisdom. Amen. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, send me a message. If anything of this was valuable to you, share it with another woman or a friend, a man, anyone, and spread the light and be part of this movement of becoming free to love and be who you truly are. Much love.